Me going over the homework from lesson 2 in case you were confused and we didn't have enough time in class. I'm going to go through it. You could always message me and ask me specific questions about, but all the answers are there. So I'm just going to go through the work to solve all the problems. And you can kind of watch me. Okay, so we got our answers for the first two. No one in the other class really had questions on those, but I'll just do them all in case anyone had a question and wasn't sure how to do it. And you're going to see me doing all their operations to both sides of the equation. Kind of going the long way, I guess, but that's okay. Helps everybody. All right, so those are the first three. Got 9 more to go. I'm going to keep rocking and rolling. All right, so that's the first 5. 6 gets a little tricky, so I'm going to kind of jump down here and talk a little bit during. 9 minus what equals negative 13? Okay, well, there's something that might help. When I say minus c, there's really technically a 1 here. Right, and it seems to always get this problem right if there was a 1 there, but there isn't. Okay, so we're going to solve this by getting c by itself. And subtraction can be written as adding the opposite. So we can really see that it's the negative 1c, that's negative. So I'm going to get rid of 9 by taking away 9 from both sides. Then I bring down my negative 1c. Negative 13 minus 9 is the same thing as negative 13 plus negative 9, which is negative 22. And then we can divide both sides by negative 1. C equals 22. Okay, number 7, x over 6 plus 4 equals, oh, there's way more, we have 18. Okay, equals 15. Okay, so I did tell you this one was going to be on the quiz. Take away 4 from both sides. Then multiply both sides by 6. Those cancel to get 1, and we get 66. Okay, so that's the first 7. I forgot you had 18 because you were finishing it for classwork. No big deal. We'll keep going on this one. I love solving equations. All right, 8. My chair is broken, so it's annoying me. I think that's why I want to. Okay, so we got to solve for y. I kind of pretend the variables are just numbers, which they are. And not the variables. The fractions are just numbers, and just pretend they were numbers and do what I would do if they were numbers. So I'm going to take away 3/4 from both sides. And then I have to do 5/12 take away 1/4. And we did talk about you need a common denominator. So we can make 1/4 into 12 over 3. And now that you have common denominator, you can subtract the numerators. So we get 1/3 equals 2 over 12. And now, to get rid of this times 1/3, divide both sides by 1/3. And then we get 1/3 divided by 1/3 is 1. So y, and then we have 2/12 divided by 1/3, which is the same thing as 2/12 times 3/1, which equals 6/12, or 1/2. Okay, and 8 took up a lot of paper, so it might have taken up a lot of paper for you as well. All right, we'll keep going. I need some more paper. Give me a sec. Quick sec. So we got 10 more to do. What was I thinking? Well, you had 20 minutes in class, and now you did the rest for homework. All right, here's number 9. Scroll this up a little bit. Yep, there's number 9. This is 2/7 j minus 1/7 equals 3/14. Okay. First step, just treat these fractions like numbers. So I'm going to add 1/7 to both sides, which will cancel out the negative 1/7. So we get 2/7 j equals 3/14 plus 1/7. And just like the last problem, to add or subtract fractions, you need common denominator. So 1/7 is the same as 2/14. And 3/14 plus 2/14 is 5/14. So we have 2/7 j equals 5/14. And now we are going to divide by the coefficient of j, because that's how you undo times. So this gets 1. So j equals 15/4 divided by 2/7. And then we don't divide by fractions, we multiply by the reciprocal. It's way easier. Okay. There's some cross canceling that can happen, but you don't need to worry about that. But so you get 15/4. Or you can just do the math out, but to simplify it, we can do 15/4, and that is your answer. Okay. Is that number 9? Yes, number 9. Okay. Let's keep going. So number 10, we get 15 equals, hopefully we can save some space here, over 3 minus 2. Okay, so we're going to first add 2 to both sides. Then we get a over 3 equals 17. And then to undo this, divide by 3, I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. So I get a equals 51, and that is number 10, sorry. Number 11, maybe we can put it right next to it. It's 4 minus m over 2 equals 10. Okay. This is a plus negative, so I'm going to do that just to get my mind around it. You can see that 4 is positive, so I'm going to take away 4 from both sides. You get negative m over 2 equals 6. And then we have negative m over 2 equals 6. So we got to undo that 2. So we'll multiply both sides by 2. So that will cancel. We get negative m equals 12. And here it gets a little tricky. There's another 1 in here, right? So to undo that, we're going to divide by negative 1. And m equals negative 12. All right, 12 we might be able to fit over here. Sure, why not? We get x over 8 minus 1/2 equals 6. So, solve for x. We'll add 1/2 to both sides. We get x over 8 equals, I'm going to just make it to a decimal. 6 plus 1/2 is 6.5. And then I'm just going to multiply both sides by 8. Undo that 8. And then in my head I'm going to do 48, so 52. Which I think is the answer, yes. Okay, 13. You can't see it. All right, so this is one where we have to combine some like terms. So we have 8x and then minus 7x. So these come down together. We can change the order and move them, and so we get 1x plus 12 equals 28. And then take away 12 from both sides. And we have our answer. Hopefully number 14 we can do right next to it. Let me write it down first. Yes, we can. All right. 2y minus 7 plus 5y. Okay, so this is really a plus negative 7. So it might help me just a little bit. So I have 2y plus 5y. So I get 7y minus 7 or plus negative 7 equals 0. I got to get rid of this negative 7, so I'm going to add 7 to both sides. Undo this, sorry. And now we have 7y equals 7. And if you couldn't tell, that's 1, but we'll just do the workout anyways. Boom. 14. Grab another piece of paper here. Okay, that was 14. All right, we got 15. 2.4 equals 3 times m plus 4. All right, so this one we have to distribute first. So distribute. 2.4 equals 3m plus 12. We take away 12. And then we get, 3m on this side. But what is 2.4 take away 12 wholes? Well, we can flip it around and just do 12 minus 2.4. Get 9.6, but it's going to be negative 9.6. And then divide both sides by 3. And m equals negative 3.2, which I think, is that what it is? Yes, cool, got it. All right, number 16, 3 more to go. 3 times x minus 4 equals 48. And again, if you got these right, you don't have to watch every single one, right? Just jump to when I'm talking. So again, we're going to distribute first. We get 3x minus 12 equals 48. Plus 12 plus 12. 3x equals 60. Then we divide both sides by 3, and we get 20. All right, maybe we can fit the last two on this page. That would be great. So we get 4t plus 7 minus t. They should just never use t because it gets confusing with plus signs. Okay. One thing I haven't shown is that you can move the variables, change these orders as long as it's all addition. So we have, I'm going to put the t's next to each other. So 4t plus a negative 1t plus 7 equals 19. And 4 plus negative 1 is positive 3t plus 7 equals 19. Take away 7 from both sides. 3t equals 12. And we divide both sides by 3. You get t equals 4. Which I think is right. Yep, we got it right. Okay. And 18, we got 5 times 1 minus 2w plus 8w equals 15. All right, we're going to do a couple things. First, distribute. So we get 5 minus 10w plus 8w equals 15. Okay. So if w is next to each other, so what's negative 10w plus 8w? Let's be negative 2w. So 5 minus 2w equals 15. Sometimes it's nicer if you do plus negative, helps yourself, right? So we're going to take away that positive 5. You get negative 2w equals 10. And then in our last step, we divide both sides by negative 10. W equals negative 5. All right, so that was long, but that's the recording for the homework from lesson 2. Oh, and cheers break.